Hello YouTube, this is Tim Canadian Comic Hunter coming at you with another comic book haul. Anyways, so this is going to be one of my first haul videos that I've done in a really long time. Thanks for everybody that supported me with the top 50. Thanks for your comments. I'm going to try to get back to you as soon as possible and answer some of the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I haven't been on a hiatus like I said before. I've been kind of just judging and trying to make my collection a little bit different these days. So, I really would like to thank everyone sticking around, still watching the videos, and still, making comments and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. It's a fun hobby, and this is why we do it, right? Is just so that you like what you collect, and sometimes you got to reevaluate if you're wasting money and this and that, because you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to get subscribers. So a lot of the times, I think we take breaks from this kind of stuff because it's a bit exhausting when you're constantly looking for stuff. Anyways, it's not a big deal. So I'm happy to be doing videos again. I'm going to be doing one every so often whenever I get some time, or when I have something to say or something that I want to show off or whatever. So thank you, and thanks for the patience. Anyways, before I get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to some new YouTubers that I've just recently checked out. So you can check out in the description below. There are links. There will be links. You can check them out, please. There's this new YouTuber that I came across recently in the last few months, because I've been always watching people's videos, right? So NightTiger. NightTiger is really awesome. He's got a good mix of really old Silver Age, bronze, and modern books, So NightTiger, and his videos are epic. Their music's great. You got to check out NightTiger's stuff, right? So, and then I'd like to give another shout out to Tony Sanders. Dude's got some really sick books. So he doesn't got a lot of subs. I think he's below 100. So let's try to get Tony past 100 subs. That would be really awesome right now. So, so if you can, please subscribe to both channels, NightTiger and Tony Sanders. It'd be really awesome if you could do that. All right. So start on with the haul. So the books that I'm showing off right now are just some basically first edition reprints, which I thought were kind of cool, oversized comic books. I picked them up at a flea market recently, so really cool during the summer. Always wanted to have these. They're fun to read. If you get them in higher grade, they're worth a little bit of money. So these go for anywhere. I got them for $5 each. So basically I got this Wonder Woman #1, and I got Wiz Comics #1, which I thought was awesome. Really hard to get into high grade because it's black and you can see almost everything that goes on with this. So I just want to show these two first really giant books off, and then we'll go on with the haul. All right. Okay, so I'm back. Second part of the haul, we're going to look at some modern books that I've recently picked up. Again, I haven't been collecting too much modern. I've been concentrating a lot on Silver Age, Bronze Age copies, but I do pick up modern books a lot. Like I said, I do pick up some Wednesday stuff sometimes, but I'm not constantly, buying it. And it's not that I don't disrespect the people that are out there that love the Wednesday, like the Wednesday Warriors, man. You guys are awesome. Like I always said, just it's amazing how much I just don't have the space. So I've just I've kind of toned it down a little bit. I just wanted to show this off a little bit. Anyway, so we'll go into the these modern books, why I picked them up. There's some specs in here. There's some things that we'll talk about. Okay, so Adventure Time #1 annual 2013. So it's the first annual of the first run. So Adventure Time just ended. It was on TV for about 10 years. It's a cartoon show. Pretty epic cartoon if you guys ever want to check it out. For people that enjoy cartoons, I would highly suggest checking out the 10 seasons of Adventure Time. Really amazing. But if you are a comic book collector, try to find Adventure Time #1 2012. They're going for a little bit, anywhere between 10 15 bucks. Regular cover. There's a San Diego. It's a Comic-Con exclusive, and I think it's a comic book swipe of basically Fantastic Four #1. So it's kind of cool. Anyways, so Adventure Time. Yeah. Next book I picked up. This is from a lot. I went through at a private collection. So Catwoman 58, just a really nice Zatanna cover. It's got a lot of personality, like always, with the Adam Hughes stuff. So really nice, and not too expensive for the Adam Hughes run. I picked this up solely because of the speculation of the Black Mask being part of the Birds of Prey movie. Anyway, so this is Catwoman 52, and this is the Death of Black Mask. So it's another minor key, Death of Black Mask, and it's a beautiful cover. So you can see Black Mask is in the goggles or whatnot. So the Death of Black Mask, pretty cool minor key. In Spider-Verse, The Amazing Spider-Man #10 variant, 1 in 10. So they have a lot of these animated covers, which I thought were pretty cool. So I picked up 2 of these online, pretty cheap price, 10 bucks, about 10 bucks each. This is the first appearance of Spider-Punk. He's in the new, I guess, the Spider-Geddon that's coming out. So I just wanted to pick it up. And there's the other one. It's a 1 in 25 or something. So it's got the set. It was kind of cool. I don't know if there's any firsts in the 1 in 25, but definitely some pretty cool books to own. So, yep, these are the animated variants, anyways. Okay, on with the haul. So yeah, there's a lot of different books out also. So this is going to feature more Silver Age, Bronze Age stuff. This book in particular, why I picked it up, it's not like it's a key or something, but it's a really cool Stan Lee cover as Doom, you know. So just no prizes #1. This is a pretty high grade copy. There's like one spine tick that I could find on the side, so definitely wanted to pick it up. Got it for a pretty good price, so it wasn't too bad. Then I picked up this comic recently, which was Batman Detectives Comics 471. This is the first, I think, modern age appearance of Hugo Strange. So definitely wanted to have this for my Batman collection. Got it for a pretty good price. So again, not a bad small minor key to own. Then there was all that talk about Morbius the Living Vampire, and everyone went out and bought that Spider-Man 101, I think it was. Anyway, so I couldn't afford that, so because I buy different things. So I went out and I had this book prior when I first started collecting, but I didn't have a high grade, so I went out and picked up a higher grade copy. It was an upgrade copy from the one that I had. So this is Adventures into Fear with the man called Morbius the Living Vampire, and it's the first beginning of his solo series. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just a neat book to own. Then I picked this up when I was on my travels in the summer. I was going to Calgary and went into a thrift shop and saw this for about $5. So I was like, yep, definitely gonna pick it up. Anyways, not a spectacular copy, but it's definitely a nice copy to have. Anyways, I think it's one of the first Jason Todd's. I don't know, maybe in costume or whatnot. So, but it's a cool Joker cover either way. This I saw Lee Kirby Ditko Comics. He had shown this off in one of his videos. Definitely, if you want to check out some Silver Age goodness and some high grade comic porn, that's definitely the place to go. The Incredible Hulk 144. Anyways, just a really cool Hulk versus Doom cover. I love the purples. They just pop, man. It's just a sick cover. Not a key issue, just a really nice cover. So I needed to get it. I was at Fantasticon today, so that I have a couple stories about that, and then we'll talk about some stuff that later after. the next part of the haul. But I went to that Fantasticon, and a guy in the booth was selling a couple of these Silver Age books for about $5 a piece. So I'm trying to complete my Teen Titans run. So this is appearance of Beast Boy before he joined Teen Titans. So just Doom Patrol and Beast Boy showed up in the tangling with the Teen Titans back in Teen Titans #6. Finally got a copy of this. I've been looking for this for quite a long time. I don't know, mid-grade copy. Submariner #50. Was really happy it was there when I found it. First appearance of Namorita, so pretty cool. Enjoy this. So it's a little bit. It's got that tanning on it. You know that books get sometimes when they're older. It's kind of like a little rough tanning, but it's still nice. It's a pretty solid copy. Anyways, so this is Captain America #290. First appearance of Mother Superior. Just kind of like a small spec, I think. Something they could work with in the future. Mother Superior, I think, is the daughter of Red Skull. So definitely a villain that's kind of out there. So definitely something to look at. So kind of cool. Didn't pay for too much for that. And last of this stack of books is Fantastic Four #5 annual king size special. It's not annual, but it's the king size special. This is the first solo series, solo story of Silver Surfer. So, and I think a first appearance of this guy, but I don't know who it is. But I picked it up because it's a Silver Surfer solo story. So, something that might go forward in the future. Silver Surfer becomes part of the MCU. Definitely a book maybe you guys should try to look for if you. Again, it's hard to find. A lot of problem with these bounded books. The sides, if you look at the sides, they're square bounded. So the square bounded books tend to be kind of in bad shape a lot of the times. And I've passed up on copies before. Finally found a nice copy that I was happy with on eBay, and I pulled the trigger, and that's it. So on with the haul. Bonjour. No, anyways. The next part of the haul is just going to be some more flea market finds that I found during the summer. So this is X-Men Chaos au Canada, which is a first appearance of Alpha Flight, but it's the French Quebec version of the comic. So I definitely wanted to own this just because I thought it was cool. It's part of where I live, because I live in Montreal, Canada. So definitely I thought it was kind of cool that it's in French. So picked it up. I don't have the first appearance of Alpha Flight, but now I have it in French. So then I picked up. I was looking for a Hulk 181, but I haven't been able to find one of those yet. So I saw one today, but they were asking way too much for the French version. So anyways, this is the Thor Beta Ray Bill first appearance, but again, it's in French. Just another cool, language variant. I pick these up every so often, not for very much. I think they were $2 each, so it's kind of cool, but this is I bought these all together in a lot. So, and this is the reason why I bought the lot, was because of this one. It was the Amazing Spider-Man first, one of the first black costume appearances, but it's a French version of it. So don't own it. Really wanted to have it. They weren't asking much. I think it was like $3 for it. It was at a flea market, one that I went to during the summer. So pretty cool find. So now I have a story. So basically, I think everyone's had problems on eBay once in a while, and sometimes you get things that you are happy with. Sometimes you get things that are you're not happy with, and it's just like crazy, So anyways, I'll show you a story, and I'll show you this book that I picked up. So yeah, look at this. It's the Demon. Looks like a pretty good high-grade copy, but wait. No, it's not. All right. So, okay, so this one kind of cheesed me off a little bit. So apparently this was a high-grade copy of a book. So anyways, the seller didn't package it right. It ended up coming, first it was sent to the wrong place. It was sent somewhere in the UK. And if the person's on YouTube, I'm sorry, I'm just talking about this. It went to the UK, and basically I live in Canada, so I think there is a Brossard that's in Europe anyways, but it ended up in the UK. I don't know what happened to the side here. It's completely gone. This was a high grade copy. It was supposed to be like a pretty mint copy of this book originally when you looked at the description, and it just was, when it came in the mail, I was like broken. I saw this book, and I've been wanting to upgrade this book for a long time because I love the Demon. I love Jack Kirby. He's one of the first real kind of comic book, comic book people that I actually started following when I started collecting. I was like, oh, I got to get all this Jack Kirby stuff. I love Jack Kirby. Just love that, the thick lines and everything like that, and the way he used to draw people. So yeah, this was really sad. So it just came in a bag. It was completely destroyed. There was a hole through the bag. It looked like it got shot with something. It was pretty awful, and there was no protection on the comic whatsoever. So anyways, it was just a really it took me about a month and a half to get my money back from eBay, and I still haven't been able to find another copy now that I'm comfortable paying for, because they're pretty expensive. So anyways, just kind of sucks that this is what's left. You know, the book, the seller didn't want the book back, of course. I'm sure it wasn't really the seller's fault, but it just things happen with shipping, and it's just, if you sell comics, please ship them sandwiched between cardboard, because it's so important. Because if it does get shipped to different places and it's really rough, that at least the packaging can at least save it from this. And it's just sad, because this was a high grade copy book supposedly, and now there's a whole side missing from it, which it's incomplete. It's not a great thing, and I even have a hard time throwing it out. I'm just like, I guess as a reminder of like, just be careful on how you package your stuff. All right, now to my big book. I'll show you what I picked up today. All right, so yeah, Montreal had Fantasticon. It happens twice a year, every year. Montreal, yeah, like I said, it's a small mini Comic-Con where basically people can, I don't know, it's more comic book based than, you know, the Comic-Cons that are more commercial, I guess, that are more about the signings from the celebs and all that stuff. So yeah, just really disappointed, I guess, this year. Like, I met some cool Instagrammers, you know, Noah, Venditti, and there's a few other guys. Sorry, I don't know all your names, but they were really awesome. I went to their table. Totally, they had everything. They were well priced. It was good stuff. I just had most of the stuff, so I didn't buy anything from them. But they were really chill guys. Yeah, hopefully I get to see them again in other comic ventures, because it's cool to see YouTubers and slash Instagrammers. It's kind of neat. So we talked for a little bit. I was kind of bummed, so I didn't want to chit chat too much, and they were pretty busy with their stuff over at their table and stuff. So I was pretty cool, man. Anyways, that was a really nice experience at the Fantasticon. Anyway, so I was going around a couple booths, and then I came across a ghost book. So basically, I talked to the guy. I went by once. I talked to the guy, and I was like, I only have this much. And then he was like, okay, well, I can't sell it to you for that. And I was like, okay, well, I'll see you later. But if you really want to sell it to me, I'll be back after. So I walked around for about another half an hour looking at random comics, and I picked up a couple of things I showed off today in this haul video. And then I went back to his booth, and I was like, okay, so I'm leaving. I'll see you later. And the guy's like, oh, how much you got on you? And I was like, well, I told him, I was like, I have this much left. And he's like, okay, I'll buy it. I'll take that, and you can have it. And I was like, sweet. And then he gave me this thing. All right. Now, if you know the Doom 143's channel, and there's a couple other people, and I think he's gifted this out in the community once to another YouTuber, pretty cool guy too, Staffer. Can't pronounce the guy's name. Airborne Staffer. Anyways, channel. Anyways, sorry, I screwed up your channel name. Anyway, so this is Eminem, Punisher, Grail book, Ghost book, Really hard to find. Almost bought this during the summer. Didn't want to pay what I was paying for it. I was bidding off this guy from Germany. The guy didn't like where it was going. It was like there was about 30 minutes left in the auction, and then he basically took the book off. Like he canceled the auction with 30 minutes left, and I was winning the bid. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then he reposted it for like $500, and I was like, what? And then I contacted eBay, and then there was this whole thing with that. But it was just really frustrating. So I saw this there, and I was like, this is amazing. I've never seen this book in like, I've never had this book. I've never seen this book anywhere, and it was at this small con, and I couldn't believe it was there. Anyways, super happy to have it. I didn't pay a hell of a lot for it, so I'm really happy on the price. I was I was blown away. And I think what the hardest thing about this book is there's not a lot of sales on it. There's not tons of sales on it, so it's harder for, I guess, people to kind of market value it. I know there's some on eBay that are going for pretty high amounts right now, but yeah, so I got a 9.4 M&M Punisher. Really, really awesome. Love M&M, one of my favorites. Now I'm just missing that the Iron Man cover, and that's it. The Slim Shady Iron Man cover from the Marshall Matters album. So pretty happy to have this. That's my story. And thank you again for checking out my channel. Please look up, like I said, NightTiger and Tony Saunders. These guys are really awesome. Please subscribe to their channels. And you know what? You're going to see some more videos from me in the future, because I have still a lot more from the summer I have to show off. So I'm just breaking up these into hauls. And yeah, thank you very much for supporting me and my channel. And yeah, look at that. It's awesome.